Yo, what's good? It's your boy. You already know who it is, man. Zella Switch. That's with an X, not with a Z, because ain't nobody sleeping on me. You heard me? I'm Not Perfect part 800. 800, bro. Or is it? You know I don't know, because I'm not perfect. Now listen, right? I want to reiterate on what I was talking about before in a couple of videos ago. I said that it's not about the money. And it's true. Right? It's not about the money. Because when you make it about the money, you can sacrifice your morals for this shit. Yeah. I'm actually glad that motorcycle came by because I needed that moment of silence for y'all to really let that shit sink in. It's the fact that this shit is not about the money, bro. Money is simply just energy being transferred, right? Money is just simply energy being transferred from one person to another. So, what it's really about, and I know it's fucking cheesy as hell for me to say it, but the shit is about love, bro. It is about love, bro. Like, when you really think about it, right? When you really think about it, if you were to get $1,000 right now, for no reason at all, like you just got $1,000 right now, what would you do with it? I'll tell you exactly what you would do with it. You would spend it on the people that you love. You spend it on the people that you love. Whether it be yourself, whether it be your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, you would spend it on people that you love. And so my point that I'm trying to make is that the system tries to block off that love through everything. Through everything, bro. And it's fucked up. It's so fucked up. See, like with me, I feel like as though I'm not even gonna say my intention on what I plan on doing with it, but it's not about the money, bro. I want to reiterate this to y'all. It is not about the money. Because at the end of the day, all that is, put the numbers to the side, put the amount that you're spending to the side. What energy are you giving when you have those dollars, when you have that money? A lot of people spend their money most of the time on desire, what they desire, and what they love. You know? I feel as though multiple times in my life, whenever I would get money, I would spend it on a lot of the products that I love because it made me feel good inside, you know, like from certain ramen that I would get, or like fig bars, like protein bars, the Chobani. You already know Chobani. I only eat up on Chobani. For real, bro. Like, I would just spend my money on everything that I love. And I'm starting to see now that that is the main reason why I would always end up broke. Because while I was spending money on things that I love, I wasn't making money with the things that I love, with the people that I love. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't making money in the way that I seen love, true love, right? You can spend money on love all you want, but if that's not the original energy that is being transferred, you're going to be constantly running back to the system. You're going to be constantly running back to people who don't give a fuck about you, because you got this idea in your mind, right, that you can use them. I had this idea too. A lot of I'll just say, a lot of my OGs, if you will, told me this same thing. That like, yo, you gotta use the system in order to benefit. You gotta use them. But only in trying to use them do you end up being used. Like, I don't even know how y'all don't see this. Like, by trying to use them, you end up being used. So it's like, love is infinite. Love is within. And more importantly, love is universal. You know what I mean? Love is universal, bro. Love does not have no language. Love does not have no gender. Love does not have any specific type of energy attached to it. Anybody can love anything. Anyone can love anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why it is important to do what you love in life and not let this system of order destroy what you truly love, what you truly desire. I will admit it that I let the system destroy what I truly loved and what I truly desired. But even through that, I would still find loopholes. I would still find ways to spread my love, to give my love. And I can see how there were like a lot of people that was actually investing in what I desired. A lot of people was investing in, you know, the love that I am pursuing now, you know? Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with me ever since like 2012. Like, I appreciate every single one of y'all, bro. Every single one of y'all that was just liking my shit when there was no one watching me. I appreciate you, right? But the point I'm trying to make is this. It's not about the money, bro. When you make it about the money, you sacrifice your morals. You sacrifice yourself for the shit. I had to be quiet to let that shit sink in. When you make it about the money, you sacrifice your morals for the shit. You don't give a fuck what you have to do, as long as you get that check, right? As long as you get that dollar, right? And I get it. I understand it completely. I understand completely. I don't want you to hear this and misinterpret and twist my words and say that, like, I'm telling you to quit your job. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm telling you to go after what you love. And if the job is in the way, then shit. That's all I got to say about that. Because some people, like, they hold on. And I was one of those people, right? They hold on to that stability and that comfort and that safety that is a job, right? I was holding on to that shit for so long. Not even realizing that I was giving them the two most important things besides love. Your time and your energy. This shit is a whole simulation, bro. This is a whole hamster wheel. They're gonna constantly make sure that you produce a certain amount of energy every single day. They made sure I was always in a hateful vibration when I was clocking in, every single time. But you know what? I got so much love in my heart that I didn't even care. I knew exactly what they were doing, but I didn't even care. I didn't even care. That's how you gotta move, bro. But when you proceed to, go away from shit, it's like the Bible, right? When you proceed to go away from this shit, eventually you gotta look back and see what you learned from it, right? See what you learned from it. Apply the information, apply the experiences that you had in that place. Because just because the shit sucks does not mean it's not meant to show you something. Like, yeah, when I was working in certain places, it sucked. But I brought that onto myself. It showed me a lot about myself, as a matter of fact. When I started to look at the patterns and the people that I would interact with, the supervisors, the managers. Like, they were all connected somehow to the purpose that I'm serving right now. Right? So I'm saying all this to say, you know, it's not about the money. And the only way to really see, like, how you can actually benefit from this system is to study yourself, analyze yourself. This is what a lot of people don't want to do. They want to run away from themselves and use the job as a means of comfort, of safety, of stability. But the more you run away from yourself, the more you're gonna just go back into a circle and just meet yourself in a different form. Hey, Bob Marley said it the best. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running, but you can't run away from yourself. Can't run away from yourself. I'm going, man. Thank you all for rocking with me. If you like this video, if you got something from this video, if you're motivated to finally make money work for you instead of working for money, leave a like. And I said this before, it is part 800, bro. 800. If you're not subscribed by now, you missing out. I'm just saying, like, if you're not subscribed by now, like, you missing out, bro. But until next time.